Well, good morning. We are in Ubud, Bali, and we're out for a nice morning walk up in the mountains. And for me, this is just a perfect way to get my day started. I love these morning walks. Look how quiet it is too. There's just no one else at this time in the morning out. Maybe around 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh yeah, there'll be plenty of people. But I want to talk about something that has come up in the comment section that I totally understand. And that is that people suggest that in retirement, they're going to be bored. I get that. Believe me, I had a very busy life when I was working. I had a family that I was raising. I was traveling for work. I worked a job that I had to constantly study new material. It was busy. But when I retired, I was able to maintain a lifestyle that kept me excited. And I think travel was part of that. We're going to talk about that today. But also we're gonna find a nice place to grab a bite to eat. Wait till you see this place. Oh, I just love it. It's one of the things I love about Bali is they really just do the atmosphere just so nice. You really get into a peaceful state. We're gonna grab a great cup of coffee too. In fact, right over here, we're gonna grab a cup of coffee up on the mountain. We have a lot to talk about today and I'm glad you're coming along with me. Let's go. I think one of the important things that I've done in retirement to keep from getting bored is I continually change my environment. That's part of the travel option. Part of selling everything, grabbing a backpack and my passport and leaving is this. Changing my environment constantly. That's very hard to get bored when you do that. You find yourself always experiencing something new. A new culture, you experience new food, you experience new places around the world. Let me see if this, oh, it's going that way, okay. Always want to check on these scooters, make sure you don't get run over. Here's another one coming right here. As you're walking up here on this mountain, it's very beautiful, but got to be careful of the scooters going by. Take a look at this valley here, by the way. Look at that. Oh man, it's gorgeous. It's really nice. That's been a big part of what's worked for me to keep from being bored. I continually change my environment. Try new things, try new places, and it seems to work. Look at these ducks here in the mud. The ducks playing in the mud. I love coming up here for these walks like this. Let's grab a little coffee to go. Enjoy yourself. I think that stagnation, monotony, that is what leads to boredom in retirement. Changing your environment, changing the culture around you. That is number one for me, how I prevent that from happening. When you're walking like this up in these day hikes, there's a lot of little family-owned operations like this, little coffee shops that people have kind of built on their property, and it overlooks farms, and it's just very peaceful. You can kick back and have a coffee. Thank you so much. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you very much. Oh, that's great. Some of these will have Wi-Fi. Others do not. It really just depends on how built up they are. But either way, it's kind of a nice break as you're out here for a walk. I'll stop and order a coffee like this, and then I'll just ask them to put it in a little to-go cup and just continue on with my walk. I think challenging yourself intellectually is probably the second most important way to prevent boredom in retirement. I think it's also an important way to prevent Alzheimer's in retirement. You see, my belief is that sitting in front of a television with a beer is a fast route to Alzheimer's. You see, when you sit in front of the television like that, it's spoon feeding you the information. You're not taking in data, analyzing it, thinking about it, making a critical thought assessment. No, you're allowing the television to do that for you. And I think that's just the fast route to Alzheimer's and to other medical problems as well. Being sedentary not taking on new intellectual challenges. I think that's a huge mistake in retirement. It leads to more than just boredom, it leads to medical problems of the mind and of the body. For me, I decided to take on this as a project, working on YouTube. I also poured myself more into investing and learning more about stocks and companies and avenues of investing that I never knew before. So I kind of went back to school in that way. And I think that's very important. Another big step for me was reading. I am always traveling with a book, and I love it. When I finish the book, I just leave it like on a counter somewhere in one of the hotels, grab another one and keep going. It might be a used book that I find, or it might be one that I buy new, either way. But I think continually reading and putting new ideas and allowing your mind to imagine and become fascinated by a new story is very important to preventing boredom and to keeping your mind sharp in retirement. Let me just grab a little shade here, relax for a bit, and we'll continue on with our conversation. Another thing that I have found that keeps me from turning into like a introvert or a recluse when I'm traveling like this is human interaction. Saying hello, saying good morning, interacting with folks that are traveling as well, interacting with people that work at restaurants, people that are at the hotel. Human interaction is a big part of preventing yourself from sliding into loneliness and depression. When you're traveling like this, I think it's easy to slide into both. You become reclusive, and I don't want to do that. It is true that these videos have helped as well with interaction online, but I can't forget the element of human interaction in real life. Actually saying a word of kindness and a good conversation with another person. I mean, the human experience is meant to be shared, and that's part of who we are. So as we travel, we greet other people, say hello to them, ask them where they're from, you know, and what made them start this journey. Human interaction. You can't forget that. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Lovely. Wow. This is all hand done woodwork.
Thank you, Mr.
Gorgeous. Really nice work. Is this all done here locally in Bali? How do I prevent boredom in retirement? He knows the right answer. I change my environment. I challenge myself intellectually. And I stop to interact with others along the way, sharing the human experience. And I'm enjoying sharing it with you as well. It's time to head back down the mountain and go find ourselves a bite to eat. It's still early in the morning, but it's busy. Of course, Ubud gets very busy. The traffic starts building up. Let's find ourselves a nice restaurant. Three Monkeys is a perfect place to go. In the morning like this, they have a good breakfast menu. It's not expensive, and the grounds are just beautiful. Let's check it out. The delicious, rich Balinese coffee. Absolutely amazing. It's just a real pick-me-up, and in the morning, it just gets you going. Ooh, thank you so much. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. A little Eggs Benedict to get started here. Fantastic. What a nice way to get the morning going. And then throughout the day, maybe I'll snack on something here and there, or maybe I'll just find myself a nice sandwich or something around dinner time, but this will usually hold me over. Relaxing and having meals like this, and you know, different little restaurants that you find, especially in the morning like this when it's kind of quiet. A lot of the tourists haven't woken up yet. It's just you. It's just me at these little restaurants. The meals are fantastic. They're not expensive. I think that traveling like this is the cure for boredom. It's the cure for boredom in retirement. It's kept me from feeling stagnant in any way in my retirement. I'm excited about the next place I'm going to go to. This is one of the reasons why I don't stay in one place very long. I'll stay there for 30 days and then I'll move on. And a lot of times people will say in the comment section, why don't you stay there longer? This is the excitement though, is to actually try different locations, to go places I haven't been yet. And if I have been there, to try restaurants and hikes and things like that that I haven't done yet. I think there will come a time when I want to settle down a little bit more in one place, but I don't think through my 50s that's the way I'm going to be. I think I'm going to want to keep traveling like this. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. We got a chance to talk about a serious subject, which is, will you get bored in retirement? I understand. I get that question, believe me. And I personally think you won't. Not if you plan a life that keeps you excited, that keeps changing your environment, and keeps challenging you intellectually and aesthetically as well. We have a lot more to see of Bali. We're not done. And we're also going to be hitting some other countries as well. So come along with. Like and subscribe to the video. Let me know what your thoughts are on this subject. And we'll talk again soon. Aloha. Oh man, mad dogs right here. Ubud. Mad dog in Ubud. Are you hiding in the foliage? See that? He's like a sniper. He's like a sniper hiding in the foliage. Look at this guy right here. A vicious beast. Oh, careful for the cars. Be careful. Be careful there.